Guys, Ryan with Accelerate Marketing, and today I'm going to talk to you about the topic that we think about on uh, which is the Google Local Service Ads platform, and because companies have been making for the past 16 we get a spreadsheet to as understand to as it says on the screen, text lines 61930. Maybe we'll just do that for the free audit of your LS. Next steps, or what the likelihood is that you're going to be able to improve your Google Local Service Ads account. I had an ask and put a link that I put in the comment there. AI that we use in our business in order to avoid calls and messages. I want what Google is doing. It's So let me share my screen. I'm going to share my. What we're seeing with local service ads this week, it's getting on the wall, so to speak, for me. So what Google's doing is they are now putting the Google service ads in with the Google we okay, so this is your this and you have the maps. Okay. Now this is showing yep. So that is this is really what Google's doing is putting it down in the maps. So the business that is the fourth listing that would not normally be listed on this page. All the other map listings. So why is this important? Because if you're a business, you know what? What you're doing is as what Google's doing so central proper air. Look at this. This is happening across the country. Um, but with this vertical, all right. Okay. Not that. So HVAC is where I found the most. So right on the wall, this is Google's to see what happens. And you know, for a long time, Google really, and I think smartly so, wants every business eventually this ranking factor. So because ultimately it's going to Brian, can you hear me? Hello? Um, Tamid, can you tell me if you can hear me now? Um, Sound getting stuck. Okay. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to make sure. Oh, you can hear me. Could you hear me before?
I was on a call, so I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Um, Let me see if you can hear me with. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Now you sound tinny. Now you're gone.
Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you better.
Okay. Wow. I think it was, yeah, I took um took my earbuds out and was using the speakers. So how's it going?
You're good now.
Okay. Any I wonder how much was recorded from earlier. Any questions, Brian?
Uh, no, no questions right now.
Okay. All right. I was just showing my screen to show um what we have talked about, which is, that if you're, if you're a business, especially like HVAC, here I'll show you like that HVAC Miami, that this listing is basically the one of the Google guaranteed listings. It's, so Google is starting to take up the map pack with listings from Google guaranteed.
Yep. So that's what we saw, I think, a week ago. That basically, in this case, the first three are at the top at the top of the page, and the fourth one, who just missed the Google guaranteed, is getting pushed to the top of the map pad.
Yeah, right here.
Yep. So if you
Yeah,
went into the more businesses, you'll see that it's always the next one in line, or more lawyers.
yeah. Wow. Yep. Yeah. So you'd go here, and then exactly, it's who's ever next in line would be the one that gets shown down here in this section.
But I believe it's only on mobile. It's not on desktop. So I don't think they're doing that at all on desktop.
Yeah, it is. Good point. It is only on mobile. So yeah, for you guys that missed the initial um video, 10 minutes of video that I did, this is what I was showing. And if you want to, if you're a business owner and you're running local service ads, um you can just, and you want to see if you can do better, then you can text us the word audit to 619-304-5155, and you'll be able to take a quick 10-question quiz without talking to anybody. You can just take the quick quiz. You don't have to, put in your information or anything, um, and take that free audit. And you can also chat with our AI or somebody on our team, at that number. Again, it's on the screen, 619-304-5155. And then you can go to our school community, skool.com/local lead labs, if you have any questions as well. Brian, I know that you met with our team this morning. We've had some challenges with your AI, challenges that we haven't had with any other, but that's, sometimes what happens with technology. And yeah, I'm glad that you're being patient with the process, and it will be worth it once we get it all set up. And I know that I know we want to get you live as quick as possible, um as well. So I know that I talked to Aranza, and yeah, I'm looking forward because you're we looked at what attorney and what area in your area, didn't we? Oh, Brian is still there. Oh, let me go. New York. Yeah, so there's just one being listed here, and then again, you've got the Google local service ad section, or a Google local service ad business showing up here in the maps. So this business would usually be up here, but now what they're doing is they're moving it down here into the map section where you don't have to pay. And
What term did you
that
use?
I typed in attorney New York.
Oh, don't use an attorney. Use something more specific, like divorce lawyer, personal injury lawyer, or something.
Okay. Yeah. Same thing, you know. Oh, well, this one it didn't show this time.
That's weird.
Yep. Um, let's see. Yeah, if you have any
Maybe,
questions, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, maybe because it's thinking New York State. I don't know. Maybe because put it in the county instead,
Okay.
like Brooklyn, Queens, or something.
Hmm,
I don't know.
okay. Yeah.
Maybe it's only
So
for certain verticals in certain areas as they roll it out.
yeah, they're rolling it out though, and so the reason why it's important for businesses to know this is because, if you really want to have consistency in your business, it's important to have, a consistent number of leads, pre-qualified, pre-sold leads, and this allows you to do that. This platform, Google Local Service Ads, does allow you to do that. So I would definitely leverage the platform, with the awareness that, just having a running Google business profile is not going to be enough. You're really going to have to eventually turn on your Google local service ads in order to eventually to keep the lead volume that you want to have, which Brian, you've been running Google business profile you've been really optimizing it for a while. And I think you're making the switch at exactly the right time, to
Well, there is
your,
a reason that I'm actually also doing it. So, as we discussed in the last week or two, Google's been implementing the Map Pack LSA, taking up the
Mhm.
first spot. So when I was ranking first and second before, I had X call volume. Now I'm down one slot. Now I have Y call volume, 25%, 30% drop, whatever the number is. It's going
Mm.
to the first caller, which now is the fourth person in the LSAs.
Right. So
Um,
Brian, is what you're saying is that you've seen a decrease in the amount of calls that you're getting by showing up in the Google Business Profile section. That's not, you're not getting the same volume that you got before by just showing up there.
I lost the first spot. The first spot is
Yeah.
now being reserved for LSA in the most part as they roll it out for
Yeah.
the fourth place LSA.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is why it's really important for you all to hear that from a business owner, Brian here. He's seeing a 20-30% drop in the leads that he was getting by just showing up in the map section. And because he was one of those first listings. And this is why I'm saying, like, so the question is, what is the percentage decrease that you're going to get in phone calls if you are in the maps and all of a sudden you have a listing that pops up above you that is from the Google local service ad section. And what Brian's saying, it's about a 20 to 30% decrease, which would make sense because that listing is number one now, you know. The other listing is number one. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. And there's a lot of reasons to hire an agency, and I want to just, one of the reasons why, and Brian's actually going through this right now, is because of and because there's a lot of agencies out there that run Google local service ads. And I will tell you that one of the things that makes us unique and different, and that you want to look for if you're looking for an agency to help you show up in that top section that I showed you just a few minutes ago. Not in the maps, but we also optimize for the maps as well, but specifically above the maps, which is that Google local service ad section that's now taking over the maps. You want to make sure that you're working with an agency that does help with call tracking and the categorization of the calls. That you want to make sure that you're working with an agency that listens to the calls and categorizes them based on, whether or not it's a missed opportunity, what type of case it is, or what type of job it is, so that there's a second set of eyes and ears on your, the calls that you're getting, because these are valuable calls. The data and value assessment. So the process would include assigning a value to each lead based on the client's value for that lead. The value is obtained through the client reports, CRM data, and disposition sheets, which is all part of our software, which you get access to when you're a client of ours. This information, along with call tags, is then input into our proprietary software for analysis. So this all is part of why it's really important to, anybody can just turn on a local service ads or Google local service ads account. But it's really these other components of what we do that really make a big difference in terms of the results that you'll get. So there's also dashboard and reporting. The software that we use automatically generates a dashboard providing clients with the metrics such as the total leads, calls, conversion rate, ROI, and other key performance indicators. This dashboard also displays metrics broken down by call tags, offering insights into missed opportunities, abandoned calls, and other trends. So the other thing that we do, and I would suggest that you look for when you're hiring an agency, is one that provides client feedback. So this is in regards to identifying and addressing issues, even providing direct feedback to clients on their intake team performance. The emphasis, is on, basically maybe intake that's shying away from sharing, um, uh, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why, there's a lot of different reasons for our team to give feedback. The disposition report and software integration. Um, so we do use a report, like I said, that with both LSA and I think somebody else jumped in. Let me just see who else. Mo. Okay. Mo, you there? Hello? Mo? Okay. See. What questions do you have, Mo? Thanks for jumping in. If you can use your speaker, it'd be great to uh, to hear you. Um, we also communicate with the client on the call length and the intake team's efficiency. We address call transfer delays, etc., and then client-facing dashboard and data sharing issues. We do all those things. So, in terms of, I can see there's a lot of different things that there's, in terms of locals, we do emphasize the partnership in LSA management, which is um, a lot different, than I think, this is what I would look for in an agency that highlights personal attention and proactive support, and then go beyond basic LSA management. So it's, troubleshooting technical issues, even addressing problems when their clients' internal processes, such as improper phone call handling, is is happening. And then there's so much power in proactive support and deep dive analysis. So the key is we will do a deep dive in the data to find any scenarios where there's an opportunity for increased efficiency. Um, and then let's see what else. Let's see. I want to make sure that we get Mo. What other questions? What do you have as far as questions? Yeah, managing your LSA, your Google Local Service Ads, is can be very simple if it's done correctly. And really the key, just like with any other business or any other tool that's being managed, is really just repetitions. And because we've been managing a high number of local service ads accounts since it started, we've seen a lot of different accounts, and therefore we've seen what works and what doesn't work. And that's what makes the difference between us being able to get results and then not get results for clients. So, like I would encourage you to, like I said, to text us if you have any questions. 619-304-5155. You can go to our school community as well, skool.com/local lead labs. There was a newsletter that came out about a month ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago. Definitely check out the video on that. And there's no other real big updates. I'm coming out with some new videos that I think will really help you guys. If whether you're agency owners or business owners trying to improve your Google local service ads so that you can get more lead volume, be on the lookout for those. We're going to be releasing one per week over the next 4 weeks, as we usually do, and they're on some really good topics. And the survey process continues to be one that can be leveraged. So if you're not filling out the surveys for your calls that you want to dispute, because that's what makes LSA or Google Local Service Ads unique, is that you can actually dispute your calls by filling out a survey. Now it's a little bit different of a process because before it was just there was a simple disputation process. Now it's a survey, but by filling out that survey, you can usually get about 5 to 10% of those um, leads back, the amount that you paid for those leads back in the form of a credit. So keep that in mind. And yeah, we look forward to answering any questions that you have. If you're watching this on the replay, you can you can post any questions in the school community or in the comment section of the video. And with that, yeah, I mean, I'm just getting back from being away, and I was actually sick this over the past 2 or 3 days. So I think I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early today. But thank you guys for joining, Brian and Mo. I apologize for the audio not working for the first 10 minutes. But any other questions before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Okay. Do you recommend Go High Levels AI as an agency owner? Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, hmm, uh, good question. This is the reason why. Okay, I'm gonna answer that in a multifaceted way, Mo. Okay, so you tell me if do you know if Google or if Go High Level um, can handle or well, let me ask you this way. Have you confirmed that Go High Level's AI agent can respond to the LSA message leads? Because there's a very specific way that those leads need to be handled with the AI platform. And then here's the other thing. Um, I would do my best to try to use one platform for AI that can respond to all. And yeah, if you can put in the comments, that'd be great. Um, I would use one AI. Yep, that's what I mean. I don't find it really good. Do you have a? Yeah, so we have our own platform. Um, so you can either talk to my team. My team, you can text them at 619-304-5155, and they can walk you through done with you, or done for you really is the best way to say it. The done for you platform that we have through Accelerate Marketing, which is my agency. We've been developing our AI agent software for the past 18 months, and it's one platform that does email, text, voice, and chat. And the nice thing about it is that it has the ability you have the ability to use it for all of the current platforms that are out there that are really there's a lot of issues with, for example, not just Google local service ads, but Angie's List and leads that come from uh, Angie's List, House, um, Home Advisor, Yelp. If most of these service businesses are, if they're purchasing leads from Google local service ads, they're also purchasing leads from these other platforms. And if they're doing that, then and most of these leads are coming to them either in the form of an email or through the app, or potentially with a first notification coming through text like Google local service ads does. And so what ends up happening is that you've got these business owners have an issue not only with Google local service ads in this way, in terms of not only being able to respond to these leads, because typically these message leads with cannot be responded to with a non-specific conversational AI platform like Go High Level has. Um, and so, and I don't think that Go High Level does all four methods of communication. So what you can have is you can have one multimodal platform, which is the platform that we have, and you can um, you can give it to a business. You can have them connected to their website for chat. You can have them connected to LSA for their messaging, and you can have it respond to inbound email leads that come from Angie's List, home trip, home or how there's another Yelp, all the different Bark. There's all the different lead generation services out there that are selling leads. Obviously, local service ad, like I said. And what you can do is you can then have one solution where you're able to respond to all of these different platforms using one agent that can communicate in every different way that you would want. And we can make that happen so that you're not. Yeah, yeah, so that you're not tied into. You can. The other thing is you can put all your eggs in one basket with Go High Level, and it sometimes it's a. I don't think people realize it, but conversational AI is a very deep connection that you're making with the business, obviously, because the agent is responding to voice. It's taking over potentially the intake for the business. So I would highly recommend that you look at your solution, the options out there. Look at our option. We do have a DIY platform as well, that that you can use in order to use the conversational AI and set it up so that it works to make sure that all these leads that come in, because look, the number one there's two problems that business owners have that are buying leads from Angie's List, Yelp, etc. Number one, they're not able to respond to the leads quickly because the leads are sold to multiple businesses at the same time, just like local service ads does. So what ends up happening is whoever responds to the lead is the one that gets the lead. The one that responds to the lead first is the one that gets it. And there's no business owner that's sitting there in front of their email all day long responding to leads. It's just impossible. No one's doing it. This is why in this day and age, a business owner needs to have some sort of an AI solution. Okay. So what about voice AI to answer calls? Yeah, we have voice as well. So like I said, it's voice, email, chat, and text. So any way that it's one conversational AI for any solution that you have or anything you have. Yeah. Um, so anyway, I hope that makes sense. The other big challenge is getting notifications. So we've solved that problem by making sure that all business owners get a notification via email and or text through our system. So when message leads come in, they immediately get a notification. So we solved the problem that and or an email because most of these platforms do not send out a notification that they've got a lead. Now, by the time the owner gets the notification, the agent has already communicated with that lead, which is exactly what you'd want. Okay, and it's had usually a really good conversation, and you can have it. So it's this is the way that business is going to be done. Now there's agents talking to agents. It's already happening. I was on a call the other day, and there was an agent making an outbound call to make a reservation, and it called a restaurant that had an agent answering the phone, and the two agents had a whole conversation to identify the time for somebody to get a table. So it's already happening. So anyway, thanks. Let me know if you have any. I hope that answers your question, Mo. You can text the word audit if you have any clients that you want to get an audit for, to that 619 number, and it's a free audit. You just have to give answer the questions. You don't have to talk to a human to get it. To get the audit, it's completely free. And yeah, let me know what other questions you guys have. Really good question. Thanks for jumping in. Join our school community if you want to, skool.com. Yes, we'll do it right now. Awesome. And then yeah, let me know if you got any other questions, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Brian, any other questions, by the way?
We're good. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah. Mo, you can message me on school. Yes, as well. Thanks. All right. Talk soon.